Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for the Mobile Suit Gundam, the Origin figure. Alright. And I would like to thank a good friend of mine, Kay, who gave me a heads up about this figure. Really interesting. And since the Origin, with the manga and the OVA coming out, this got me interested. This is actually a really old figure, made in 2002. And I think Too Old for Toys made a review on this one a while back. So here's my take on this. Here's the box. The box does have that extra lip where you can kind of hang this on the shelves, which made the packaging or the shipping on this one quite pricey, because I think they have to find a big box. Yeah, this was over packaged, but I got it in one piece. And I got this from Mandarake. Alright, so here's the box. Kind of has that like a manga sequence on the back there. Really interesting. And I'm trying to look. It's mostly just a Gundam. I think, not sure if he's fighting something else. Here's the back. Really cool. Has an interesting shade on the core. Normally it's blue, but we get a slight green. Yep. Interesting. And it seems like this is already opened before, which is fine. Let's get it out of the packaging. It's my first time opening it. And it seems like it's getting caught. There we go. So here's a better look of what's inside. Hold on there we go. Let's see. Is there any other? Usually there's an extra instructions, but since it's just a figure, I don't think there's not much difficulty figuring out where things go. Alright, so we have the RX-78 here. And actually, let me play around with it first and continue with the review. Alright, so comparison with the Hummable RX-78 on the right here, which is actually one of the best looking anime accurate figure out there. Really cool. And as you can see, the Origin here slightly bigger. Yeah. And it does have a different proportions, which has its charm on its own. Really nice. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the Origin. Alright, so first off, in terms of color, as you can see, we have that really nice green. Does seem has a little bit of shading on it, on the edges. Edges are a little darker than the center part. Really cool. Otherwise, they did line this particular figure, and even has a shading on the backpack there. Really nice. In terms of articulation, actually there's, you can see the yellow eyes on the Gundam there, and we have articulation on the base of the neck. I don't think there's articulation on the base of the torso, so just that. And he does have flexible V-fin, which is great. You don't have to worry about breaking those. Then on the back here, beam saber hilts, which are actually this one. There we go. You can pop it off, put it back on. Same thing with this one. And if you are curious, it's just connected on, well, that's kind of weird. Oh, the thrusters. It's like a straight peg. And it says there 2002, made in China. Yep. Alright. Moving with the articulation on the torso, I don't think it has much movement on the torso, but you can move side to side, although after I try to turn him on the left, it has a little bit of issues. Then you have the shoulder. You get the swivel here on the top part. You can move it up, which is nice. And this part here, it's actually the swivel, which is cool. And this part actually sticks out. Really nice. And again, the details on the torso, really cool. And I believe the skirt, I think there's like a rubber plate on top for the front and back, so it's flexible enough when you move the legs forward. But for the side skirt, it's actually just connected on a straight peg, and you could move on the side a little bit. I mean, it does have a little give to it, and it just, you know, turns around because of that peg. Then you have a little bit of play here on the legs. Yep, and I almost forgot. Getting back here, we have the swivel on the bicep, and you do have a, actually, hold on, you can actually pull this out. I think I accidentally pulled it out, but if you're not pulling it out, you get a 90-degree bend there. But if you extend this out, you get a little bit more clearance, and you can actually fold all the way up. Certain poses, which is great to have that articulation, which we'll go in a bit later on. Then same thing with the knee also. So you have this bend here. Actually, you can bend a little bit more. Then actually, that's probably full extend. All right, so 90-degree. Pull that out some more. You can bend quite further with that. So that's a cool gimmick that they have. Or actually, it just actually, that's one of my problems when I first got this. The leg seems wobbly. It doesn't seem to lock in place or get this thing up there. I wonder if there's another joint there. Try to push it all the way up, but But the thing is, he's able to stand even with that joint extended, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. On the ankle now, got that flexibility, and you get this swivel here on the shin guards. You can actually take this out, and I think it's a straight peg there, or it's probably a bolt joint, but this allows you to tilt the feet like so. Let me put this back here and almost put it upside down. Alright, so you're able to tilt the leg or the feet, and that's great for certain poses. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it for the articulation. Overall, it has a great articulation. My only problem is the knee here. It's a little wobbly, but when it's standing up, not really a problem. He's able to hold the pose, and even if he's bending his knees, not really a problem. Although that's a little bit of an eyesore, but not too bad. Alright, I think that's about it in terms of articulation. Let's go over some of the accessories. Alright, so first off, let's go over the, let's see. I'll go with the bazooka first. So the bazooka has a separate hand. We're just gonna pop this out, put this on here, and this is where the elbow extension helps a lot. Actually, I was doing the review early on, and I was trying to figure it out. How do I bend that elbow more? And now I figured it out. There we go. Although that wrist is kind of pushing it, but there we go. And it's kind of interesting how there's a hole on the scope on both sides. Yep. And this one also has a little bit of kind of like a shading of green on the seams or the panel lines. It's actually quite nice. I like that detail. Alright, so that's that. Pop that out. And next up, let's go over the shield. Get the shield here. Quite nice. Quite rubbery. The middle part is a little different. I'm not sure if that's miscolored or the outline here with the white is painted. We have a straight peg there with a bowl joint, which just connects here. Now my problem with this one, as you can see, the connection point, it's a little too high. So This is not too bad on this pose here, but yeah, it feels like it's holding the shield too high when you start bending it like this. I mean, you can still, you know, hide from there and look on the view scope, protect most of his body. I guess it's not too bad. But I'm gonna stake this out. I mean, the shield is nice, but eh. Next part, we got the really nice rifle here. I like that. It's like a prototype gun. Pop this out again. Put this on. There we go. Really cool. And actually, this part here, you can remove this ammo. And there is also another handle here which you can pop out, and with the joint system which allows you to hold that, which is really great. And you can have him tilt his head and aim. That's really not cool. And just get everything together. I think I already knocked out all the beam hilts. There we go. Just a little bit of patience. And I think there we go. Yeah, quite nice. Alright, so that's that. And just swap this out. Put this back on. We have another hand, which is actually just for the left. And forgot to mention that the hands are actually pan lined. It's quite nice. So this is your other one. It's basically for certain poses. You can have people think that you're telling them, or you're taunting them to come towards you. Or just a typical open hand pose for dynamic. Alright, so let me put back the beam saber hilts, but we're gonna use one of them. And last but not least, we got the effect parts. Now, one great thing about this one, it actually comes with a clear plastic effect parts right here. You get two of them, one for each, as opposed to the SEM or the Hummable. Actually, I don't think the Hummable has one. But the SEM has that gummy pink beam saber effect parts. But this one, you get the nice red one, kind of like your Robot Damashi or your high grade mold kits. So yeah, it's nice. I really like this figure. Very nice. And I would highly recommend if you can find this for a good price. The price point on this one could, you know, get up there since it's a kind of a rare figure. It's made in 2002, over a decade ago. And yeah, I think this was around well, I think I got lucky for the price I paid for it, but the shipping was ridiculous. It's probably one of those kind of like weighted figures, although the packaging was kind of absurd, but I got it in one piece, which I'm happy. Alright, so I think that's about it for the review. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, I would recommend getting this figure if you can. It's a really nice figure, especially if it's Origin and they're having that new OVA as well as the manga. And that's about it. If you have any questions, let me know. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.